We're all the way live. All right, we live, y'all. So, hello, 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 and welcome for those that are here and on a replay. I wanted to have this stream be called "Who Raised You?" because I really feel like the way a person is raised is how a person is going to go through life. And I just had this real long conversation this morning with somebody, and we were just talking about roles. Hey, Lonnie. Oh, I emailed you too. I don't know if you've seen that, but I emailed you. And then we're like, oh, of course, of course, of course. I won't disturb you at work. I'm at work too. So I was talking about like who raised you, and I feel like it's a really important because I even feel like that has something to play with as far as like relationships and stuff. You guys make sure you hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. And this person was just saying was telling me how they feel like I'm this independent person, right? Like, oh, like Kelly, you're so independent. You got it going on. You have all this stuff going for you. And I feel like sometimes when men come into your life, they don't know where they fit. And they don't know because they feel like, okay, this person has everything. So what do they need me for? And I feel like because of like social media and things that's happening in the world, everybody has like everybody's like delusional as what's going on in the world. And I was looking at a live yesterday, and in that live we talked about how men were, and that how men they like a particular woman, right? And so it's kind of frustrating. It's kind of discouraging when it comes to relationships. I mean, regardless if you're single or if you're not single, it's like you're in a relationship with someone who doesn't even how what's the word I'm looking for? You're in a relationship with someone who doesn't appreciate you. You're in a relationship with someone who just um they don't they don't acknowledge the things that you're doing for them, right? So like I say, or the question I put out to everybody is who raised you? And if you're raised by a mother who is say you're raised by a single mother, right? For instance, and that mother basically put in your mind, oh, you need to be dependent, you need to be independent, you don't need to rely on a man, then it gets to the point where you become so strong that it's like you're just solid. Hey Jordan, how are you, honey bunny? I was talking about like kind of like relationships, like who's a person that taught you about relationships. Hey, Jordan says hi, Lonnie. Lonnie's at work, so she's just listening, but I know that she would say hi to you, Jordan. But it's like, it's true. It's like, how did the person teach you? Because you have to be taught to be in relationships. And when I say relationships, I mean all kind of relationships. It could be a business relationship, it could be a personal relationship, it could be a romantic relationships, but you have to learn how to you'd have to learn how to handle it, deal with it. Men don't know the difference between being wanted and needed, not just the biological needs for a woman, but for ego too. Oh, Lonnie said hi, Jordan, and it's true. But I feel like the way that guys, well, I just say guy. I'm just using it because I'm a woman, but how men are, you're right. It's like their egos are just crazy. Now, I was saying this to someone how a man could be with multiple women, right? And they know about each other. but let that flip let that flip. A woman can't tell a guy. And I mean, when I was on a live, it's like, we got it was confirmation. You can't be a man. You can't act like a man. And that that movie Act Like a Man. What is it? Think Like a Man, Act Like a Lady, or I forgot the way it goes. But I think it's trash. Like, you shouldn't even try to think like one because you will never understand it. Was that Luca? Luca? Luca. Thank you, Luca. I appreciate you. Hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I'm trying to grow the channel. And I was just talking about relationships, and you have to think as well too. Like I said, this morning I was having a long conversation with someone, and that person was saying how, oh, I couldn't be with a certain, like, they couldn't picture me with a certain kind of guy, because what kind of guy would want to be with somebody like me? Because, like I said, what could they offer me? And it's like, that's the mentality that men have. And I was just saying, if you have a yin and a yang regardless. And it was funny because I was talking to a coworker, and it was kind of talking about relationships and stuff. And she's in a relationship, she's gay. And it doesn't matter if you're a woman on woman, a man on man, a man on woman. You have to have this yin and yang for it to fit. So you have to have a masculine and a feminine, right? And that comes together. And that what makes the relationship work. So you have a woman who is kind of like, they call it masculine. And this is thing that's going on the internet. I don't watch the social media like that for like trash, whatever. But it's like Leslie, that actress Leslie, I forgot her last name, but she played in Ghostbusters, right? And they were talking about her because they said, oh, she's single. Like, why is she single? She's rich and she can fight and all this kind of stuff. And she's a comedian, so she was joking, but guys were like tearing her up. And it's just like, you don't understand. The reason why women have to feel like they have to be hard or feel like they have to be tough is because, their situation. Like, you're either going to fly or you're going to fall, right? So if you're taking care of yourself, you're taking care of yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. But I think what happens is that men, they look at that and they go, oh, she's too independent, she's too hard, like, I won't be able to like handle her, or I can't, and it's like, it's not even about that. It's about being that person's yin to the yang. Let me tell you something. When I'm around a very masculine kind of male, I get soft. Like, I turn soft. And because it's like, the more the person is, it's a balance, right? So the more the person is masculine, it makes me fall into my feminine. And I feel like this conversation has been talked about till it's blue in the face, is that men have to start playing a role. I was talking to someone the other day, and I was just like saying, like, I don't like a man who, I mean, it doesn't matter what I like, but I'm just saying, like, and I know, like, I can speak for a few women when they say a man who is kind of like, oh, like, what do you want to do? Can I, and it's funny because I think it was Chris Rock. He had said something like that in one of his stand-ups about the same thing. Yin Yang twins. You so funny, Kurt. So if a guy is masculine, if he takes control, if he has those attributes, the woman's automatically gonna get soft. You're not gonna have a woman who's hard and rough and tough, and then all of a sudden she gets with a masculine man. They both masculine, runner. No, it never. Like, I have a cousin, right? And when I talk about being masculine, she is masculine. She cussed like a sailor. She dressed like a dude, whatever. But she usually get men who are, they call it handpecked, where they're submissive. So it's like she's part of that, the masculine, right? And then the man is soft. And I don't know if I don't know if some men feel that way, like if they get with a strong woman that they're gonna be, soft. But I think what I've seen is that men will they want a mother, because maybe they lack something. It could be two things. Either a man could lack, like, the mother not really being a mother to them, so they look for that, or the mother was such a great mother that they look for somebody to coddle them like their mother. Either way is kind of sick when a man wants to replace a woman with a mother, and vice versa. Like when a woman wants to replace a man, um to be like a father, a replacement for a father. Hi Heidi, welcome in. Hit that like button. Stay for a while. We were talking about, well, I was talking about relationships and how the yin and yang, and how what happened to masculine men. I don't know, like I come from they call it the golden era, where growing up is like, a man courted you, they took you out, they opened the door, they brought you flowers. And it's like, I don't know what happened. And then even like with the guys that are my age, they were, how can I say it? I mean, they're the same person. I mean, they were there, but now it's like a whole different kind of thing. And I feel like, the roles have changed. And a long time ago, it's like the men were up here, as far as status. Like they had the money, they had the cars, they had the places, they had all this stuff. And now, as time gone has gone by, now the roles are reversed. So now you have women, they got the money, they got the cars, they got the houses, and then men don't have that, right? So you would think that that would inspire you to get your game up, kind of thing. And it's just not. It's just not. And the only reason why I come up with this topic, because um I kind of see things differently now. Because I mean, you figure, okay, you're someone who's older, right? So you will want to be with someone in your age bracket, but it seems like the older a person get, the younger they want. So if you're a woman and you're older, it's like you're going for the younger. I don't know. It's like, it's weird. It's a weird dynamic, because then you have younger people that's going for like older women. And I don't know if it's because, well, let me tell you something. I've talked to multiple guys that were younger. And it's like, what is the appeal of being with somebody older, whatever? And they go, well, they have their stuff together, they're smarter, they're wiser, they're more nurturing, kind of thing. Where, you know young women, um they want to be treated like princesses. And what's wrong with that? Like, I feel like regardless of what age you are, you want to be treated like a princess. You want someone to make you feel loved. I mean, no one wants to be in a position where you are having to fight, for the attention of like other women and stuff. Like, who wants that? And like I said, it's very much an imbalance. And men can say, I want multiple women, and a lot of times women be like, okay, they'll be okay with it. But let a woman say that. Now that can happen. I mean, it can be like where you can have multiple men, but they're gonna be weak. Because I feel like um anybody who want to share somebody, it's weak. it's weak. And I know that that sounds kind of harsh, but why would you want to share that? When you're sharing someone, that means that you have no worth. And I know that sometimes, like, women, they have babies, right? And so in society, not if you're well, and I was just saying, in a black society, if you have a child, then you are looked upon down. They're looking at you like you've lost value because you have a child. You can have one child, and they're looking at you like, you need to be grateful of what you're getting. Take this to eat the cake, Eva May, eat the cake. But yet, if you're a man and you can have 25 babies, and and you're still desired by women, and it's like, that's crazy. That's It's crazy. But I think a lot of times there is this myth that there's more women than men, and that's not even true. Let me see, what is the percentage? What is the percentage of men to women? So as far as the population, global, right? Men make up 50.4% of the population, and women make up about 49.6. So technically, there are more men than women on this planet, but they won't let you know that. They will make it seem like, oh, there's more women than men, so you better be happy what you get. And I feel like people are not doing researches. They're just listening, and they're listening to what people say, and they're getting all effed up in their heads. So let me change that inside of the black community. Hi, Rob. Welcome in. Welcome in. I was talking about relationships, right? And men and women, and how I think people are getting brainwashed, kind of thing. Oh, Rob says, "Great Tuesday, everybody." Rob, I've seen you before. I've seen your lives before, and if I were to give an assumption of the kind of person you are, I would say you're like a man, right? And so when you get around, say, your wife, because you're married. So when you're around your wife, do you feel like your wife is soft because you're like more like feminine because you're masculine? Because I was talking about the yin and the yang. And do you really think that makes a difference if a man is masculine, then it allows the woman to be feminine? It is I was just saying that earlier, that it's the media is killing our brains, and a lot of times people don't even research stuff. They just take whatever they hear. So I was looking it up, and it's like, actually, there's more men than women on this planet. But I'm gonna look up, what is the percentage of black men to black women, because maybe that is issue. Let's see. Okay, so now as of 2 years ago, this is a census, right? So this is not just somebody saying something, but it says black men make up approximately 48% of the total black population, while black women accounts for 42%, right? So that's not that much. So if you think about it, it's almost even, but you have to like factor you know, there's some things you got to factor in there, but that's a myth too. Like, there's all I mean, they act like it's, uh, 85% women, black women, and 15% black male, and you got to fight. See, it's all propaganda. And I feel like a lot of times, you know, women are just silly and they just they just believe in what people say. Rob said, "My wife has been, but she is tough." Let me see. Um, my wife has been the same for 25 years. I know that she acts, oh, oh yeah, I know when she acts girly, but she is tough. But she's still a woman and she knows that she just tries to do more than she's required sometimes. And you know what, Rob? And that's what goes back to the title of this that says, Who raised you? Because you got to look at the way the person was raised, right? Because sometimes being soft is a sign of weakness. And if a woman is like, uh, if a woman is, I wouldn't say vulnerable. If a woman is vulnerable, that could be taken in a bad way. Let's see. What's that? Raisin. Hi, Raisin. Please like the live and subscribe. Hey, E Black, how are you? I finally came live. Rob. Rob said, my wife is more tomboy, but she is still feminine as the rest of you ladies. She's feminine like the rest of you ladies. No, you're not late. I just started actually. Thank you, Lonnie. Lonnie said great live. No, but I just want to talk about it because I feel like sometimes you get like there's certain people out here that just really want to, it's like tough love, right? But being a woman, like you have to get, there has to be a balance. I can't always say, you don't do this right, you don't do that right, you don't do this right, and then that's it. And then it's like, bye. It's like you have to understand the things that you are doing right, right? So you can continue those things. But when you're never hearing that, it almost like it tears you apart. It breaks you down. And people don't realize you're so broken that it gets to the part where you can't even be fixed, kind of thing. Oh, Rob said hi, E Black. Rob said, I remember we played basketball against each other and she was trying to punish me until I had to dunk on her. The boss said, you are so mean, Rob. First of all, like you have, I mean, come on, would that really have hurt? It's just, but you know what? It's almost like a kid, like say, like for me, I used to for some reason we would do like they would do what do you call it, arm wrestling, right? And so the kid was like, I want to arm wrestle you. And I'm like, I'm not gonna win. And so I would let them get all the way down and bam. To let them know. You got to let them know who is in charge. That's funny. But it's I mean, but that's like harmless stuff. It's not like you're tearing your wife down like, you're weak and you're the weakest sex and all that kind of stuff. So I get it. You have to step your game up for real. Yeah, and sometimes I mean I feel like it could be like a balance and stuff, right? Because when you're in a relationship with somebody, that person, um they don't complete you, they just add to you, and it's just like this really special feeling and stuff. It says my wife is 6 feet, so she is tall one herself. Really, is she taller than you, Rob? It was all in fun and love. They compliment you, exactly. The person that is in your life compliments you. And like I said, I really feel like um women, they feel like they have to settle, like, oh, I have to settle because I have a child, so nobody's going to want me. And that's not true. I don't care what race you are, and it's just like this this thing where this phenomenon where women are sharing men, this is that's crazy. I really don't think that it's necessary either. Oh, you're 6'3"? Oh, okay, okay, that's what's up. And see, okay, so you figure if his wife is 6 foot and he's 6'3", right? That's just the equivalent of somebody being 5'7" and 5'10". It doesn't matter. Like, I feel like there's so many women, because you're an attractive guy, Rob. So you could have someone, but you'll have somebody that's like 5 feet tall, be like, oh, I want to get with somebody that's over 6 feet. I don't know. I think that's some kind of fetish or whatever. Uh, was Ed? Hi, Ed. Welcome in. Welcome in. You said a lot of women do settle, and that's not always good. Yeah, because I feel like you just be surrounded by certain men who are just telling you, like, you're not going to get better, so you need to settle for whatever you can get. And it's like when you're in a bubble, you start believing that yourself. Like you can't get better. Like you have to share. And I mean, the thing about it is knowing how a man is. Cause like I would never put anybody here on blast, right? But I mean, you're gonna look and the how can I put it? If say you do step out your marriage, right? Wait, he said, I say this in that people think I'm crazy, but I pray for a good woman and for a real on my homeboy porch that day. What was that? I say, I say this and people think I'm crazy. I pray for a good woman for real on my homeboy porch. Oh no, that really do no. Prayer works for real, and it's like people understand like you can manifest that as well. So yeah, that's crazy. Like I've done that before with other stuff. Like no, it's not crazy. It's not crazy. Yes, I have heard that, and as a part of the person having a little low self-esteem is crazy, but it happens, right? Uh, Hey Ed, welcome back. Welcome back. I'm gone. I'm gonna need you to get them glasses. I know. I was trying not to get my glasses. Chad, I can't see. I can't see. I was trying to like not having to wear my glasses, but I gotta put them on. I gotta put them on. Yes, prayer does definitely work. Rob says hi, Ed. Welcome in, welcome in. E Black. Let's see. What is different between having unrealistic standards and settling? Sometimes settling means getting the best for you, whereas people inflate believe in what they want. So basically, all that you said is in what you need versus what you want. Basic. Is that what you're saying, E? Like people are so into like what they want instead of what they need. They may want somebody, ooh, tall, dark, and handsome, right? But then maybe they just need someone to love them, someone that's going to support them, someone that's going to just love them. What'd you say, Rob? I didn't mean to call you out. No, you good, you good, you good. Yeah, 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 E. Rob said that's a really damn great question. And it's true. Yes, so he said yes. And it's like it is true. Like what a person needs. And I feel like that is more important. Ooh, child. I feel like um that is the case. What we need and what we want. Like I might need a drink, right? No, no, opposite. I might want a drink, but just a glass of water will do. But I need a glass of water. What do you say? What was that you were saying? People are so caught up in looks, and sometimes that is unrealistic because beauty fades. Ooh, clock it. That's so true. Oh, Ed said he loved my glasses. And he said, "Hi, Rob. You're speaking facts. Thank you, Jordan." Hey, Shamika. How are you? Love, 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 love. Your glasses, compliment. Keep them on fan. I know. Pouring up. I know. I gotta get these glasses. Welcome in, Shamika. I was just like um doing a live just talking about like men and women relationships because I question it who raised you. And I feel like sometimes when a woman when she's raising kids, right? Whatever trauma that she has, sometimes she put that into the person. And so um you kind of want what you don't have, kind of thing. Instead of teaching your child to be with somebody who love them and who respect them, they will see their parent like after like going after like the cute guy, or seeing their dad going after like the cute chick, like, oh, I want this and that. And then you get on social media and you see all these Instagram baddies, and they're like, oh, like that's gold, whatever. And then you have the guy that was raised in being bullied, right? And then you say, so say you're a guy and you're being bullied, right? And then you go to your dad and they go suck it up, and they don't let you really express how you feel and really share your feelings and stuff. So then then now you're going through life, and you got all these women rejecting you, right? And so these pretty women, they're rejecting you. So then you grow up, and then you get a little money, and what's the first thing you do? You want to buy one of those women. And that's what they end up doing. They end up buying that. And it's not that that person is who they need. It's like that person is who they want, and is a representation of like all the trauma and stuff they have been through their life, kind of thing. Rob said, exactly. Folks want daiquiris but can only handle a wine cooler. Facts. Hi, Elliot. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't. I haven't seen you before, but you're very much welcome. We were just talking about like how what you want, what you need in a relationship, but it kind of started off a little different. It kind of turned, but that's cool. Yeah, because I wanted a Josephine Baker, but I got what I prayed for. Josephine wasn't for me. Ooh, that is facts. That is facts. Hey, Jordan. Welcome back, Jordan. Hey, Elliot. It's true. But you know what? What is the big thing about Josephine Baker? Like, and the thing about it is I feel like anybody can be Josephine Baker. Like anybody can do that. Wow. 27 years is a long time to be with somebody. That really is. And it just shows a lot. Hey, Ken Thompson. How are you? Oh, let me make you boop, boop. I got you, Ken. We just talking about the yin and the yang. Yeah, we was getting a little deep because I feel like all this came about this morning because I was talking to someone. Oh, and Rob said, hi, Jordan. Salute, salute. Oh, Rob said hi. And to Elliot, thank you, Rob, for saying everybody. Hey, Chris. Yeah, I am vegan. It's just not my name, it's my lifestyle. But the yin and the yang, because that person was just telling me, they was like, I was just telling them what kind of person that I need in my life, right? And they didn't believe me because they go, I don't see that because you're such a strong person that I can't see someone. And it's not like it's not like I want somebody to come in my life and grab me and be like, sit down, eat this food. Like, no. But I do need someone, and I guess it's kind of like being equally yoked. I need somebody to be able to, um, like not handle me, but someone that is like masculine. Because I don't know. I think for me, like, because I work with families and kids, it's like I don't want to be with a kid. Like, I've been in situations and relationships with guys who are like, it's like that's so draining. I want to be able to have somebody come to me and be like, oh, we're gonna go out. Okay, we're gonna go here, we're gonna eat that, we're gonna eat that. I mean, we're gonna, like, these are your options. Like, I want that. Uh Jordan, so what did Jordan say? Another Jordan. Yeah, you got a couple of Jordans in the chat. That's so funny, Jordan. I know, because we always say Jordan Atkins. But I learned a long time ago, it's what's inside more than what's on the outside. That's true, but see, a lot of times you don't even get an opportunity to see what's on the inside because you are going by the outside, and that's why I had an issue a while back with my friend because, oh, I said, I think it was like, you're too picky, you're going to stay single, because he was judging on the outside when this person was beautiful. Like, I know both people. So I'm like, man, we need to put these people together because it's going to be magic. But the other person was like, they wasn't feeling how the other person looked. And so it's like, you missed out on something really great. Ken Thompson said, hey, Rob. Exactly. I pray for what I needed instead of what I want, and God already knew. It's true. Like, but that's such a deep conversation. What do you need compared to what you want? Why can't you have both? You know what I'm saying? Like, you say, yes, I do. Yes, I do. What? I'm a little behind. Ed asked me if I'm married. Someone who compliments you in your life. Oh, compliments your life. Are you a teacher? No, I'm not a teacher, but I work in education. Terrible matchmaking, Bobby. Terrible matchmaking, Bobby. Let me tell you something, E. I am not a terrible matchmaker. Like, I know. I know. And you know what? It's so crazy because last night I was on uh B University Charm School, and I asked the question, should you be with someone who you love, or is love equally important in being with somebody, in being what you I see. I didn't even ask about what you need and want. I just said, to be if, I think I did. I said something to the effect of, what you need, does love have to be one of those things? And he said no. Like, you don't have to love that person. If that person is everything that you need, then you should be with that person. Rob said, I need to have someone have my back and a good mother if we ever had kids together. Yeah, I mean, it's important. And I feel like sometimes, ooh, like, who you having kids with? I was just having a conversation with someone about a friend, and I don't know how many, I mean, I don't go into all people business and stuff like that, but they're they're single with 5 kids. That's such a burden. It's not a burden, but it is a hard burden that people don't like talk about. And you still chasing a relationship. Like, when do you say, my kids are here, I need to make them a priority. I brought them into this world, so I need to raise them so they can be, a solid part of society. Um Rob said, "Oh, I can Oh, he says, oh, and can cook, definitely cook." And that was in person. He had to have somebody to cook. That's what's up. Like, but see, that's the thing with me. Like, I feel like the gender roles, that's another thing. Like, what gender roles do a person have? Like, that stuff don't always work because, like, with my ex, he was horrible at taking out the garbage. And I have to remind him every week, take out the garbage, take out the garbage, take out the garbage. And then he was like, you're nagging me. And so the next week I did not remind him and he forgot to take the garbage out. And I'm like, people don't nag. That's a whole nother lie. People, the reason why you think people nagging you because you haven't proven that you can do it. You know, like say for instance, me, um, that's why you have bill collectors, right? And so if you don't pay your bills, they're gonna keep calling you. But if you pay your bills, they leave you alone. Same thing in relationships. Take care of your person. You won't have to do it. Um, I got to give props to my wife because I was a mess for real, but I got a heck of a lot better. And you know what? People don't talk about that as well. My wife told me I was a terrible husband, but a great father. And that could be true too. I think my grandfather was like that. I mean, he wasn't the best, God rest his soul. Like, you know, he wasn't the best husband, but he was the best grandfather a person could ever have. It is the small things that matter. And I think that that's what people don't realize. Like with me, yeah. Hey, Jordan. Oh, we got 3 Jordans in the house. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. I'm gonna call it Jordan times 3. But you do. I mean, you can be, 2 things can be the same. 2 things can be the same at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So you can have a person who is a great wife, but a horrible mother. You could be someone who's a horrible mother, but a great sister. Like 2 things can be right at the same time. I think people don't really talk about that. It's a Jordan fest today. I'm gonna play the lottery. When every time something like this happens, I go play the lottery and I look for the sign. So we might see like a Jordan. But anyway, how this conversation kind of started off was um men being masculine, and when a man is masculine, then a woman can be feminine, be soft kind of thing. But if you are a woman and you have to like make sure everything is happening, yeah, you can't rest in your feminine. You feel like you have to take on those roles. And you who wants to take on a masculine role? If you're a woman, like who wants to take them? Unless you know, I mean, there are people like that. I can see the betterment though, because in the beginning I was bad. I don't want to put you on blast, Rob, but I know, and I'm just making something up. I don't know your relationship or nothing like that, but I know like sometimes you have something and you just take it for granted. Like you don't appreciate it, right? It's like the more you have of something, the less you appreciate it, right? It's almost like the scarcity thing is better kind of thing. So I mean, you a man, so it's like, you got your woman locked down and you want to drink a little pickle juice. That's all crazy, but you know what I'm talking about. I'm not telling you all the goodies, but just let you know I ain't always been a saint, right? Hey, Jordan, you still hear exactly what you said. Yes. And I know it's kind of crazy. I know the pickle juice is a really crazy kind of analogy, but it's true. You know what? I'm coming on every single day. Like, you can always come back and catch the replay. But I'm gonna start going. I'm gonna start going live at night, kind of thing. So yeah, look out for that. You gotta be subscribed to the channel, and I'll do like notifications so people can know when I'm going live again. Yeah, pickle juice. I don't know. Pickle juice is just. I don't know if y'all know about pickle juice, but pickle juice is a bomb. You like carrot cake, by the way. I think you done broke a record for being the longest live. You're funny, Jordan. You're funny. Yeah, I mean, well, you know what the thing about it is, it's what do you call it? Weird. It's break. Like people on break, so there's nobody around, so I can take my because usually what I do is I break up my time, so I will break up my lunch and break up my breaks, but now I can like take everything together because there's nobody pulling me away from anything. Night means 7 for Kelly. Stop it. I am not that bad. Thank you, Elliot. I appreciate you. I'll be looking for you. Hey, Amya. Hi, Amya. If I mess up your name, I'm so sorry. It's one thing for certain, two things for sure. I'm gonna mess up somebody's name. But welcome, 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 my love. Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. You are welcome here. Rob said Jordan, she got an extended lunch break at work today. I know, I was just saying that. I was just saying that. You know. Oh, Rob said hi, Emma. Yeah, hi, Emma. And E Black, he trying to be funny because I do go to bed early. I'm not gonna front, but I get up so early. Like this morning, I woke up. I woke up like this, eyes woke, and then I was like, I said, Alexa, what time is it? And she was like, the time is 4:40 a.m. And I was like, dang, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. Let me get up, because my body was. Remember that song? My mind's telling me no, but my body is telling me yes. Ooh, baby. My body was up. It's like, let's go, kind of thing. Oh, Khaki, Maya. Thank you, Maya. I appreciate you. You know what? I hope you stick around and come back. Well, stick around. We're not gone yet, but yeah. Oh, thank you, Maya. I remember that. Thank you so, so much. What did you say? Kelly be in full bonnet and pajamas at 6:30. No, I do not. What you want me to yell at Alexa? Like, Alexa, it's too early, but it's just that's what's up with my body. Hey, Q. I'm gonna start calling you Messy Boots. Hey, Messy Boots. Lonnie, you still listening? These people crazy up in here. Going to sleep early is a good habit. If you go to sleep early, I can age just a beautiful as you grew. Jordan, that's so sweet. But I really feel like, sleep is important for everybody. It doesn't matter. Everybody needs to get to sleep. I was reading this thing where they said if you get at least 7 hours of sleep, you can change the hands of time and stay young and stay alert, and it actually keeps you from getting like Alzheimer's and all this other kind of stuff. So yeah, it's really important to get your sleep. But I feel like the FOMO. You know what FOMO is? FOMO, fear of missing out. I feel like a lot of people have that. I just take my little ass to sleep. I was ready for today. You know what? Q said hi to everybody. Mr. I'm Messy Boots. Oh my goodness. Let me tell you something, Q. I don't know if you, well, yeah, you weren't there yesterday, but it's somebody that's here on my, that be coming to the lives, that be actually commenting and stuff. His name is Killer. And, he got like kicked out of the live I was yesterday. Yeah, it was crazy. And I kind of feel like we just need to stay out of certain spaces. I mean, yeah, certain spaces people just need to stay out of, kind of thing. Q said, "What's up, chat?" He said, "Here, hello to everybody." Rob said, "Full bonnet." He don't know if I wear a bonnet or not. So that part. Q, what it do? What it do, Q? Alexa, let me. Maya, you funny. Alexa, let me sleep. You know what though, Maya? Alexa is my friend. It's so funny. I was okay, so this was like, oh my God, this was a long time ago, but I had laryngitis, right? And so I had this mask on my face. And so I wanted to know the weather. And I was whispering and I was like, Alexa, what where's the weather in San Francisco? And she was like, the weather in San Francisco. I was like, is she mocking me? I think she was mocking me. I said, or was she matching my energy? And that's another thing too. Oh, Rob said, that that one Maya. Cubic Rob said hi. What's up, Killer? I know that remind me of Killer. If he comes back, I really want to just see what he was going. And I feel like sometimes people they want to be a part of something, but it's like you got to really find your tribe and stuff. It's 24 hours in a day, 7 to sleep, 8 to work. That's half the day gone already. Well, it's true, but you know, I mean, if you did 24/7, right? So, I mean, yeah. So, pick your poison. It's this book I need to finish called Why We Need Sleep. Is so extremely fascinating. Yeah, it is really like I mean, sleep, drinking water, making sure you are eating, like all this stuff is just heck of important. That's what it is. What you say? That FOMO be serious though. Yeah, and I think it's like we are just kind of what do you call it? We are what's the word I'm looking for? Conditioned. We are conditioned to stay up late. Like my friend, just Andrea, she says she can't go to bed before midnight. I'm like, wow. And then, like for me, I can go to bed at 3 o'clock in the morning and I'll still wake up at 4 or 5. So that's not a good thing. Jordan said, my generation has FOMO so bad it's killing and destroying us. And so funny because FOMO been around for a long time. It ain't new. It ain't new. So, but I think the more mature you become, you really understand what's important and what's not important. Slow motion, cute. I ain't making no noise yet. They talking about making money. Mai said, by the way, I'm going to start streaming. Ooh, let me know. I will definitely support. Let me see. I can't do it now, but leave a comment after the stream or leave a comment on one of the, lives, whatever, and I'll make sure that I follow you back. You follow me, I follow you back. But sometimes, like, it gets mixed up. So, yeah, leave a comment and just say I'm gonna start streaming, and then I'll follow you back. Cause I love that. I love supporting people. FOMOs are early years, and yes, yes, yes. Let me tell you something, Jordan Atkins. Ain't nothing new under the sun. Ain't nothing new under the sun. We should just do it. But the thing about it is we didn't have social media like it is now, so it is harder. Let me tell you, when I was growing up, I'm aging myself, but when I was growing up, cartoons was what is it? It came on after school and a little bit on the Saturdays, and that was it. So, and you know what? It was appreciated more, and you actually what was it? You cherished it more. But now you get cartoons 24/7, 24/7. So it's nothing. Wait a minute, did I miss something? Oh, yeah. No, I didn't miss it. Rob said, pass the book on to him when you're finished. Lonnie. That's hilarious. Oh, thank you, Ed. I appreciate that. Like I said before, I just used some swab. Hi, Travel Dreams. That's a beautiful name. That's a beautiful name. I love that. You know what? You should blame your sleep patterns because your sleep patterns will dictate how you feel and how you act. You know what? Q actually Well, yeah, one, yes. And two, she was on the live last night. She came up there. Yeah, Lonnie, my subscriber count is coming up. And you know what? I actually talked to this person. And let me tell you something. This person, oh my goodness, it's so funny. So this person is related to somebody that worked directly like with Beyonce. And they was just telling me like they want to help me like grow my channel. So I'm like, ooh. So I don't know. It's gonna be a few changes and stuff. I mean, nothing like, big, but yeah, I'm so excited about that. I am so excited about that. But you know what they say, Lonnie, low expectations, and then like anything that happens, and you're just like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like you just appreciate every little thing that happens. Hey Jordan, no, I'm not a teacher. Everybody says, oh, because of the pencils or something. No, but I'm in education though. Um, you are so silly, Q. Like from a person, or like from a person. Milk. I can't with you guys. I cannot. Oh my goodness, I can't even repeat that. Cute. You are very. You know what? You about to get spanked. Nick at Night. You know what? I never was a Nick at Night person. I don't know. I skipped Nick at Night. Yeah. Netflix. Oh my goodness. You know what? And I pay for Netflix, and it's literally months I don't even click onto it because you can find everything on YouTube. It's crazy. Oh, what is that? Adult Swim. Like I am into Adult Swim. Like Adult Swim ain't no joke, kind of thing. Adult Network. You know what? And I love the Boondocks. It's so real. Yes, Adult Swim was crazy. It still is crazy. I don't know if it's around, but you can see it on YouTube. I don't understand why people be I know Q's a mess. Okay, Rob, she put it in there. The author of the book is called Matthew Walker. You know what? And let me tell you something, Lonnie. There was a situation. It was his book is called I'm a Badass, right? And so I was gonna check it out at the library, and it was like, oh, you need to go to the other library because I was like, I don't need to have no more books in my house. And so then I said, well, maybe they have an audiobook and it's free. It's free on YouTube. So when you guys want books, just Google it on YouTube. It might actually be on YouTube, kind of thing. No, you don't have to erase it. You don't have to erase it, Q. You're good. Matthew Walker, The Boondocks was my ish. Maya said, yeah, it's true. Like, and let me tell you something. The reason why I do it is because it's a way to be, expressive, whatever. But yeah, it's a good way to do some things. I mean, to get out kind of things. You know what? It's probably true. I don't know. I don't watch cartoons, but I used to work at this school, and I was the supervisor. Like this, it was like a therapeutic school, and I was over it. And like when it would rain, I would have to step in the classroom to give the teachers, their lunch, whatever, because they had individual classrooms. Put on that little YouTube channel, and I just let it run. What was that one girl called Gracie Place or whatever? I think it's called Gracie. But yeah, just let Gracie run. Have the kids in the background, they happy. Then I'll just leave and next classroom. Go to the classroom. Gracie. Kids sit there like they was into that though. Um, Hi, Cap. Welcome in. You love cartoons? You know what? Sometimes them cartoons get really emotional. I forgot I was watching one, and I was like sitting up there crying. I'm like, it's a cartoon, Kelly. It's a cartoon. Them cartoons, they made. Matter of fact, I got a recommendation not that long ago, and I went to look. It was a cartoon. I was like, oh my goodness! But yeah, I think they make the cartoons for adults because adults are the ones that take them in there. Oh, I already have that. I have that. I already made that, E. But thank you. It's almost Thanksgiving. Where am I? Is that a riddle, Maya? uh, Caparello. Who's a single mother? I don't know who you talking about. The book is Why We Need to Sleep by Matthew. Let me see. You know what? This actually might be on it might be, wouldn't that be crazy if it was, let me see something. It might be on YouTube. Why We Need Sleep.
Hello, welcome to Marina Vista Elementary School Attendance
Okay.
Review.
Let's see. It's called Why We Need Sleep. What is it? Matthew Walker? Matthew Walker audiobook. Thank you, Jordan. I appreciate that. Wasn't that crazy? It's on audio. Um, let's see. It's on here. Let me show you. It's literally on here. Let me turn it. Look, it's the audio. It's right here. Why We Need Sleep by Matthew Walker. Mm-hmm. So you ain't even got to buy the book. You could just go and click on YouTube and listen. Believe me, I'm gonna be listening to it. But I know it has a lot to do, like it has a lot to do with your brain, the way you think. I mean, how can you function if you don't get rest, right? It's like I mean, from the stuff that I've learned in my life, when you are, and I feel like parents don't even really teach you about that as well. They tell you go to bed, but they don't explain why you have to go to bed. And I understand, like, sometimes you're in kind of fight or flight mode, so you tell them like eat, 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 but and you're like eat the food, whatever, and you're like I don't want to eat the food. But then it's like if you took the time to explain, like our bodies need, you know, nutrients, right? And that's going to help with, you know, build muscle. It's going to help, you know, keep your stomach full. It's going to help you with your organs. It's going to help you with your mind. Like, we need to really start taking the time, slow down, and explain to kids. Like, I'm very interested to hear this book, Why We Need Sleep. I mean, I know it's like you need a time to, like, your brain needs to rejuvenate, you know, kind of thing. Oh shoot, I need to eat. My stomach's starting to growl. He's a neuroscientist, yes. And so, I mean, I feel like prevention is so better. It's so much better than the opposite of that. You said I like Donald Gomes books too. Okay, I'm about to check him out. Even on a freezer, won't be some of the waves you. Oh, that's interesting. She said even on the freeway off to the bumpy shoulder of the road, the bumpy road sound wakes you up. Facts, right? Because it's like it's almost like you get that little jolt kind of thing. It's so true. They do that stuff on purpose. There's so many things that you know that so many systems are in place that helps you that we don't even realize that it is. Yeah, I mean that's why it's so important, Rob. Like, I mean, but we just, and that's another thing we just take for granted. You know what, Maya? You should. You should. First, you just do whatever you love to do, and just like expand on it. When I go when I go to be early, my face is full in the morning, and when I go to take like I look like grass. You are hecka funny, kid. Rob said yes, Lonnie, every time. Unless you're drinking or driving, but I recommend that you promote. No, 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 no. But she's just saying, like, if you're like not focused, right? Because people think, oh, you're drunk like alcohol. But no, if you don't get sleep, you could be drunk with tiredness, right? And so I've been that way before where it's like I'm so tired. It's like you almost feel like you drunk. It does happen. So that's why you have to be careful, make sure that you get rest and stuff, especially when you're driving. Maya. Oh yeah, you are probably out of school this week. We're not talking about nothing bad. Yes, yes, it's very true. Oh, this is very interesting. It says, Rob, the reason why Lonnie was saying the reason why most children in our countries perform better academically compared to American kids is because they get up later in the morning, and those 2 to 3 hours make a difference. Facts. And let me tell you, I was listening to this study that says you should not go to bed with your phone by your bed. You shouldn't have like the blue light, or it's so easy to like you're about to go to sleep and you just look at like look at something and then you get sleep. Like you shouldn't do that. Like you should put everything away, right? And then just lay down and close your eyes. You might need to take like melatonin or something like that until your body gets used to. See, now my body is just I automatically get up early because that part. Rob says he hears you, Lonnie. It's like, but I think sometimes parents, they just send their kids to bed and they be having their phones, tablets. As long as they quiet, they good. Uh, Maya, you a mess. Yeah, everybody's agreeing with you, Lonnie. Q, Rob, everybody's agreeing with you. I would have moved to Finland if I would have known. I don't know about Finland. Jordan said, I used to do that so bad I broke that habit though. I turned off all electronics and uh, bought the nice blackout curtains. Did you have to go to sleep in the daytime? Because I remember I used to work graveyard shift and oh my goodness, it bothered me so bad. So I would get off like at 7 o'clock in the morning, about time like, I got everybody off to school and, got wound down, took my shower, put my clothes, whatever. And then it'd be like around 9 o'clock right after I eat and everything. And then I'd just be up like so I had to get those that blackout curtain too. Cause it really helps you. And I feel like that's a amazing point. When you have that light in your head, even though like I used to go to bed with the TV on, right? Do you know when you go to bed with the TV on, your brain is still working? Hi, just Andrea. Hey, Pookie, Pookie, Pookie. We've been kind of we've been talking about. Oh my goodness! You know what? I mentioned you later. I must have mentioned you up because I was just talking about how you don't go to bed early. You go to bed late. She said, "Facts, Rob." Jordan said, I hated it so much because I literally would sleep in the daylight. Right. Like you, but you, like I feel like you can trick your body as long as you have a dark, nice, cool, because they said your room should be cool. So if you have a cool, dark place, you should be able to sleep. You need a curtain so it looks like nighttime. Exactly, Andrea. Because it's like your body don't know, right? Oh, Rob said hello, Andrea. Back in college, when I had to pull all-nighters for exam, after 2 or 3 days, you start hallucinating literally. Oh my God. You're right about that. You're right about that, Lonnie. It's like if you don't get rest, you will, it's like you drunk. It's like you drunk. Um, um, Wait, I didn't want to miss what she said. She was saying, have you tried that YouTube channel that has sounds like rain and make you fall asleep? Yeah, actually, I like ASMR, but what I would do is like if I would have those channels on, I always set a timer so it goes off because you can go to sleep. And like I said, your brain is still working. So even though you're asleep, your brain still hears that stuff and you're not going to get rest. He's like, go to bed, gotta go to school tomorrow. Right. I mean, but you think that, right? You think like, oh, your kids is going to sleep. You don't know if they're going to sleep. You have to look, you have to set that timer. You have to make sure that you are able to get restful sleep. Because this you can get sleep. Yes, sleep deprivation, that is a real thing. Oh yeah, Andrea's yeah, I remember when Andrea used to work the graveyard shift. Let me tell you something. It was so bad. Like I used to think, like, when is my friend sleeping? Because she would work the graveyard shift. She would get off. I'm not trying to tell you business, Andrea, but this is something a lot of people have. So you work the graveyard shift. You get off. You take care of your kids, and then you got to do stuff like shop and pay bills and do all that kind of stuff, right? And then before you know it, it's time for your kids to get out of school, and then you got to feed them, and oh, and then your kids, they're athletic. If you go on just Andrea channel, like subscribe to her channel, but if you go to her channel, you see her kids and stuff. They're really good kids. They're into like sports and cheerleading and all that kind of stuff, and that takes time. That definitely takes time. You be looking like a zombie if you got no sleep. I know. I also like those blackout. Oh yeah, I forgot about the man. Look, me and Jordan, we buying big gigantic like blackout curtains. All you gotta do is just get a little mask for your face. Jordan, we doing too much. Yeah, I like the white noise too. But even with that, it's like you gotta set boundaries with that. You can't have that going all night. Yes. Who is this? Kay. Hello, Kay. Welcome in. Why did everybody be asking me if I'm married? Yes, Q said facts, Jordan. After school activities ain't no joke. Just Andrea, everybody can relate to the struggle you go through. Ed asked how everybody doing today. Mai's birthday's in April. Oh, you must be a Aries. Makes sense if you're Aries. Andrea said it's a lot, but very rewarding, and I wouldn't change anything for the world. She's such a good mommy. She's a good mommy. I heard you dehydrate while you sleep, so you have to drink water before bed. But then, Q, if you drink water before bed, you're gonna pee on yourself. You're supposed to drink water throughout the day so you're able to release it. And then, if you're hydrated, you don't have to worry about drinking water before bed. But I always keep water next to my bed because when sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm thirsty, so it's like, it's so crazy. I went on a couple of weeks ago, I went on a cruise with my cousin, and she came back. She was like, here's your water. So me and her had water next to the bed because it's like, yeah, we're a lot alike as far as that. Oh, you know what? Those sounds do make a difference. I wonder, that would be a really great study to see, like, the sounds disturb your sleep. kind of thing. Oh, you're a Taurus, George? You know what? Oh, yeah, means you bullheaded. You a bull. Cute. What is his bladder like? I don't know what that is. Oh, your body got to wake up if you got to pee. Not everybody wake up when they got to pee. If get you an adult diaper, Q, you be fine. Yes, Jordan. Most of the B mindset classmates are Libras. That's so funny. Can you become a Libra, Jordan? Can you change? I mean, technically, you don't know. I know you can change your name, but can you change your birthday? That would be crazy. Ed, my birthday is October 12th. I am a Libra. Lonnie's is the 18th. Oh, and who else is a Libra? Will Smith is a Libra. Cardi B's a Libra. Snoop Dogg's a Libra. There's a heck of Libras. There's a heck of Libras out there. What'd you say? Oh, Jordan's laughing. Rob said, I ain't gonna lie, when I'm sleeping good and pee come on, I'll be That's funny. Rob, true, because if you had peed on myself, I'll be embarrassed. You know what? I wonder, have you ever peed on somebody by accident, being in bed with somebody and peed? That would be crazy. That would be crazy. Sometimes I will not drink water if I'm going out because it's I don't like to use public bathrooms. I just hold it. Neo. What is it? Neo. Oh, of course. Nate is a Libra. But you know what? Nate is September Libra. But we gonna give him a pass. We gonna give him a pass. E Black, he's so funny. Wait, E Black. E Black, are you a Virgo? E Black, what is E Black? No, I know this. Oh my goodness. I remember when it was your birthday. Scorpio in the house. Oh, Rob, you a Scorpio. That's what's up. You a Virgo, Ed? All right, you my cousin. Hi, Kelly. Welcome in. One Kelly to another Kelly. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. Hey, girl. Girl next. I guess girl next door. Oh, that is so cute. I love that name. Hey, girl next door. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Are y'all all into astrology? You know what? I kind of feel, oh, thank you, girl next door. I appreciate you. You know what? I kind of feel that way because I kind of feel sometimes your sign, I know, if you're in a Christian religion, is, you're not supposed to follow it, but I really feel like sometimes, it kind of shows your personality kind of thing. What is a Virgo? Is a Virgo, what is that? E Black says yes. November 5th, all the way live. Yeah. You know what? Actually, that's the same as a friend of mine. His birthday is on the 5th as well. I think, child, girl next door, you keep this up, you gonna have rich. Oh, I appreciate that, Ed. I appreciate that. I think it's related to a what? Let me look this up. You said a Virgo? What is a Virgo? What is a Virgo? I heard that most signs oh, child, I'm on YouTube. What is a Virgo? I heard that every sign is an animal except for a Libra. It is a great day to be born. It is a great day. Every day is a great day to be born. What you're born under is just the sun, aka your ego, while the other planets in the birth chart resonates with personality heavier. Ooh. That is deep. That's deep. What is a Virgo? What is that? A Virgo's a person. Okay, no. What's the sign for it? Images. Oh, it's a woman. The Virgo's a woman? I guess it is a woman. You're not a Virgo, what are you? I don't know. Get green vegan. You gotta ask Lonnie about that. Lonnie, are you like I wonder if Lonnie is a specialist in that. So you may be a Libra, but could have a Pisces placement that can show up to be more dominant. Oh. And he said, if that's the case, the calendar is messed up anyway. I told you. Oh, okay. Well, you did say that. Let me see the signs. I think I see what zodiac. What zodiac sign is not human? I think, isn't that like a thing? Okay, here we go. So you have a Aries is a ram, you have a bull, you have the Gemini, which is like two people, you have a crab, you have a lion, you have a virgin. Then you have Libras, which we are the scale mechanical, Scorpio, a Sagittarius, I don't know what that is, a Capricorn, water, and a fish. What is a Sagittarius? What is a Sagittarius? A Sagittarius is like a bow? I feel bad for Sagittarius. Yeah, Sagittarius is a bow and arrow. You know what? I read something that said Libras are good with cancers. That's a crab. Well, I guess like the scale, you can weigh it. What happened? I kind of lost it. A Pisces rising. Okay, Sagittarius maybe. A Sagittarius, yeah, that's a bow and arrow. So Sun is the sign of ego. Moon is your emotional state. Venus is a sign of love. Mars is the action. Mercury is how you communicate. This is a horse, and the man is the Sagittarius. No, Sagittarius is that. Hey, Wellness, how are you? I was just watching your video today. I think that was like the last thing I watched before I walked out the house. Jordan says she don't know what a replacement is, but I find it interesting. Yeah, I think it is kind of interesting. You know, Wellness, we were talking about men and women, how men are masculine, and the more masculine a man is, the more feminine a woman is. And then we start talking about relationships, and then we started talking about, it was all over the place. We were all over the place. Now we're talking about zodiac signs. Libra is balance scale. Yes, we are. You forgot the W. Everybody says hi to Wellness. Yes, everybody's saying hi to you. I mentioned how. All right, Ed. Ooh, what is that? Lonnie said Libra is the only inanimated object. Oh, detached and attached from the same time, can feel or not feel, but also maturely aspect of places. Yeah, I had heard something like that. Yes, just what Lonnie said. So everything is like movement, but it's like our sign, we're about balance. It's really deep. I mean, you can like read about it. Wellness said hi to you, Rob. It's good to have a range in your life, though. That green vegan is different topics, but yeah, 'cause I mean things do happen. But you know what? Someone told me yesterday, or like you need to just have one topic and stick to one topic. But my things is it's kind of like a buffet. It's kind of like a buffet, so kind of lead with it. I mean, this is one channel. All they do is talk about narcissists the whole time, nothing else. It's like, okay, how much more can you talk about being a narcissist? I mean, I could probably wrap it up in like 20 minutes, but he made his whole channel from that. A Libra is a machine. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. No shade to anybody else, but I feel like the Libra is like one of the like that's a lit. I might get a Libra tattoo. I might get a tattoo scales on me. That'd be kind of lit. Lonnie says hello to everybody. Everybody's coming in. I appreciate that. It says at least you don't put the E in like I did. She thought I called her a hoe. Yeah. No, I seen when Ed did the whole, but I was like, yeah, you probably forgot the W and then you went and put the W. But it was just funny because you were like, yeah, you were like, ho, but this is the way it came out. You was like asking me something like, ho, don't you understand or something, or ho, wouldn't you such and such? That was funny. That was funny. Rob said, yeah, I think Libra is like the inside of a clock. Really? Like just very balanced, whatever. Lonnie said Libras can naturally be dark-minded or enjoy dark humor. Oh, you know what? Lonnie said that to you, E. And that's so true because Heartless Machine, you so stupid. You so stupid. Because that's the one thing about E. Like he's that kind of person. Oh my god, he's like a roaster. He should be an oven because he can roast. Oh, that's kind of funny. But yeah, so and I get the dark humor. And I was like, and you know what? A lot of between me and you, and I feel like oh and Q kind of know this as well. How like sometimes you go like the charm school and stuff, it's like you can't take all that seriously. You know, you can't get into your feelings and stuff. And sometimes Nate gets into that. He gets pretty dark sometimes. He gets kind of dark sometimes, but it's just like you got to listen to like the message and stuff like that and everything. Yes. Always working like a machine, Lonnie. That's what I was talking about. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, and it's true. Like the inside of a clock, it's always working continuously. It's never stopping. When it stops, it's a problem. That means the energy is gone. So you need to make sure that you put that battery in its back. Kind of thing. But I just want to say, oh my goodness, it's been an hour and a half. I just want to thank everybody for coming out. Thank you for spending time with me. Amy said, hits it on the head with the facts. I'm not gonna lie. Q said, nah, Nate hits it on the head with the facts. I'm not gonna lie. But you know what? It's the way you deliver the message. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes that message can be a little ah. Ah. But it's a message you need to get. So I get it, Q. You funny. Of course you like it. Oh, you're so welcome, Lonnie. I appreciate you. Is it don't leave? They ain't been up for heck long. Y'all been on here for heck long. I know I didn't even bring lunch because I wasn't even planning on like being here for a long time. Usually I come on to eat my lunch, but I didn't. Thank you for always sharing your perspective and learn so much. Oh, thank you, Jordan. I really appreciate you too. Aw. Yeah. You know what? I don't want him to change. I don't want him to change the way he comes across. You know, it is what it is. All right, Ed. You have a good day. pickle juice on the brain. Get your pickle juice. Get your pickle juice. I love pickles. I love pickles, Ed. So just to let everybody just say thank you for everybody coming. There's so many people that came today. I don't want to miss nobody. So I would make sure just to tell everybody thank you, thank you, thank you for showing up. Oh, I appreciate Shamika was in the bushes. I appreciate you, Shamika. Enjoy the rest of your day. I will. And just let everybody know. Y'all be good out there. Oh, Rob said tell everybody I'll be good out there in them streets. So yeah, everybody take care of yourself, drink water, get sleep. I'm gonna do a deep dive on that kind of stuff. And actually I think I'm gonna touch on that book by Matthew Walker. Because I feel like that's really super, super important and stuff that we really, really need that. I love you too, Lonnie. Thank you so much. I really do. Q, peace out to you. E Black, Rob, Just Andrea, Shamika, Wellness, Ed, all the Jordans. So many Jordans. We had like 3 Jordans today. But this is the real Jordan Atkins. She the real VIP. I appreciate you guys. And if no one's told you today that they love you, I love you. Bye, everybody. Have a great day. Love each other. Love each other.